All right, so we are at FinerWorks and we want to introduce a new service that we have available for our customers, which is digital downloads. And to explain what digital downloads are and how to go ahead and order those, James is going to walk you through the feature on FinerWorks.com. So James, with that, if you want to take it away.
Okay. All right. So I guess I should probably first explain what it is and why we added this feature. So we get a lot of emails, people wondering if they can make the files that they upload into their virtual inventory files, if they can make those files available for other people to download, maybe friends and family. Maybe it's more often than not a buyer of of the image. So let's say they want they're selling on their store, their online store, what have you. They want to make that high resolution file available to them. Not artists do, a lot don't want to make that available, but there are those that do. So we figured we need to provide a tool to make that an option where people can download the file. Also, sometimes people lose their hard drives, crash, and they lose their files, and they need to, they want a way to recover those files. That happens once in a while. So we figured, well, what could we do to help people with that? And that is to create a tool called My Downloads, which allows people to order temporary links to those high resolution files if they choose to make those available. So again, this is not for everyone. This is only for those that want to provide the files that they upload, or a single file out of the file that they files they upload to an individual. And so this is called My Downloads. Now, this is easily accessible in the user's account menu, and they would come over here in My Account, and under File Management, it used to say Files, now we call it File Management. They will go to My Downloads. Okay, we have temporary files, which these are kept in your account for approximately 1 year. And then we have inventory files, which are what most people use if they're for repeat and future ordering. And then we have My Downloads, which allow people to create a downloadable link to files or a single file in the inventory files. Okay, so the way this works is they will first go to My Downloads, and from here you'll see a description. My Downloads is a cloud service used in conjunction with the CloudFront content delivery network. Now, CloudFront is an Amazon service. Amazon actually provides CDNs, or a content delivery network, to companies selling digital goods or providing access to digital goods. And so it's kind of a secure location to files, or a place to host files securely via SSL. And so this is, we use the CloudFront content delivery network to make those files available to you. Now, you can create a digital download link on FinerWorks for a small fee. Okay, and that is so that obviously even with digital images, storing and transmitting and all that accrues costs via bandwidth and storage space, and we eat most of that cost just because we host so many files for the artists and photographers. But this is a way for us to kind of try to recover some of that loss that we experienced from that. So we do charge a small fee to create these downloadable links. And you also can use it again, like I said, as another backup for recovery, and you only pay for it, when you need it, obviously. So that small fee, it's $1.50 per download link. So it's not, it's not a lot of money. Again, it's hopefully to help us kind of offset some of the costs associated with this, and using the CloudFront content delivery network as well. So that's what it is. And now that we're here, we're going to go ahead and choose files. Now this, when I click on choose files, this brings me to my inventory files, and I have files up here. And I can go through the files that I want. Again, in these files, again, under file management, this is the same place where if I click on inventory right here, again, it's my inventory files right here. So in order to create a downloadable link, all I can do one of two things. I can come over here and I click create a download link, or I can select multiple files like so, then come over here and create download links. And that's what I'll do. So here I go. I have these files ready to go. Now the download links haven't been created yet. I can set when these files expire, anywhere from 1 to 7 days. So that downloadable link is only as good as only for those days that I make those available. So if, let's say, someone is buying on my online store, they're buying my file from me, so they can take it and print it elsewhere, or whatever agreement you have with that customer. But you only want to make it available for, say, 5 days. Well, I can come over here and I click 5 days. The default is 2 days, but that's up to you. Now down here, I just have to acknowledge the download links created are non-refundable and will only be available for download for the number of days indicated. So you want to let whoever you're going to provide the download link, you want to let them know that if they don't access it in 5 days, it's too late. You'll have to create, order another downloadable link for that file, or whatever agreement you have with them. So I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge this. Shows me my subtotal, sales tax, grand total. Now, because this is digital media, we do have to charge sales tax. It's a different scenario, such as if we're charging sales tax with prints, which we are sending around the company. With physical goods, the requirements for us to collect sales tax are a little different. So we do charge sales tax. Now, if your account is tax exempt, we don't. But for the average user, you'll be charged sales tax. So again, it's a total of $1.50 per download link, which comes out to $6.48. And here I select one of my saved payment methods that I can provide under this section under quick checkout. And I'm going to choose the card I have on file, click finish. And it will take just a moment. And there we go. Just refresh the screen. And here I have my downloadable links. Now that I have ordered that downloadable link, it is now visible in this list of downloadable links I created. It has the name of the file size, creation date, expiration date, and then the secure download link itself. And then I have a thumbnail for reference purposes. And the link, I just click on the link and it will open up a new tab and load the high resolution file. Now this link, again, it will expire on the 10th. So after the expiration date, then that link will no longer be available for the user. So that's how my downloads work. And I guess if you have any questions, just let us know. So what do you think, Melissa? Do you have any questions that?
Yeah, I think just a reminder that people, you need to have a FinerWorks account set up, or you're not going to be able to find that My Downloadable link. So, make sure you have your account set up. I think also for those of you who've never used digital download links, the reason the link is only available from that 2 to 7 days is so, again, for the protection of your art, so it can't be shared out and given away to multiple people. And the way people use this, they would right click over that image and download it. Your client would download it onto their drive, basically, to use for print because they purchased it from you. So
yeah, so there are some advantages to using a third-party file sharing service such as Dropbox, where you Dropbox or you upload the file to Dropbox and create a link. And that is that the person has to, the recipient of that file also has to register and create a Dropbox account. So it creates a kind of a somewhat of a, not really protection per se, but it does add another layer to access to that file. But not everyone wants to wants to make it add that much more of a chore to access the file. So my own recommendation is 2 days at most. Give your clients 2 days to access the file. Don't leave it out there because it is a publicly accessible file. Obviously, it's not going to be, it's not going to be something that people are going to stumble upon, just accidentally. But, with what Melissa said about, hey, people, if they decide to start sharing that link around, then anyone can access it. Well, only have access for a limited time. But then again, if you're going to be providing your image files to other people, then they could always share it elsewhere. They can upload the file elsewhere and share it. So anytime you're dealing with digital files, that's always something you're going to have to contend with one way or another.
Yeah, so this is like I said, a great service. We have probably had a lot of calls from panicked artists who have lost their databases, and in the past, it isn't something that we could easily just do and retrieve your file and send it to you. And it also takes man hours to do that. This puts that process into your hands. And again, it's not something you're paying for. Actually, while we're paying for it to be stored on our cloud service, you're only paying for it if you really need it back and you need that downloaded file. There it is. And again, it's accessible to you at any time that you need it. So we hope this will be something you guys utilize it, and we appreciate your feedback on it as well.
Sure.
So,
yeah, just to expand a little bit on what you said about the downloads or just being able to recover people's files. I guess people sometimes think that that files that they upload to FinerWorks, that right away we have those files stored here physically on hard drives at our location, but that's not the case. We actually, the only time that we access any files, and we do it through a software application, is whenever a person places an order, then we retrieve the file. Those files are stored in the cloud remotely. So like even our employees just don't have direct access to those files. Only software which we use in relationship with our printing has access to those files. And then our customer service staff, if they need to review a file, they have some access to the files as well. So just being able to just put all those files on the thumb drive and sending them to you, it's not something that we can easily do. It's especially if there's, you know, tons of files. So anyway, so that's why I kind of wanted to clarify that a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's something we wish we could have easily extended to customers in the past. It was just something that was going to cause a lot of work
Yeah, it
to
was
get
like,
through.
you know, we don't want to, yeah, just it creates kind of a headache, especially, you don't want to accidentally, you know, provide them the wrong files. What if you provide, you know, because that would be a manual process, and whenever you're dealing with manual processing, you run the risk of making mistakes and saying, oh, I provided this person with all these digital files that belong to someone else. I was on the wrong account or something. So
So this is,
that would be a nightmare.
yeah, so this gives a lot of quality assurance there that the process is going well. Well, great. So we'll have this here, and we're gonna have more little videos like this if you need help with any features on FinerWorks.